for better or for worse. So, I would just like to take a moment, I guess of silence maybe, but just for all of you guys to understand kind of what this class means of people. Students who are here in the audience, I'm guessing, I don't think flippantly, that the people who are standing on stage here tonight have had an enormous impact on your life. Whether it was someone who inspired you to do theater to begin with, somebody who pulled you in and encouraged you to come along for the ride, if it was somebody who kept you going when we were in the midst of Tech Week, or amidst the chaos that is putting a show together. The people up here in this room are more than just artists who make a difference, but they're people who make a difference too. Seniors, I had an opportunity to talk to many of you as we got ready to begin Big Fish. And students who have acted on stage or been in tech crew that has had an on-stage role often see me sitting in the corner of the VOM. That's where I spend most of my time during the productions because sitting in the audience makes me anxious. I prefer to sit right there and cheer them on from the sidelines. And I think the metaphor still holds that when you leave here, you might not have Rolling Meadows High School's theater, you might not have this physical space, but if you take anything away from this tonight, I hope it's that I will always be in the metaphorical VOM, sitting, watching, and cheering you on. All of you have made me a better person, you've made me a better educator, you've made me a better teacher, you've made me a better artist, and I am most grateful for the fact that you've made me better people. You have brought new ideas to this program, you have new ways of doing things that inspire those around you, and I am so incredibly grateful for that. There are so many things that we will continue to do in this program next year and the years that follow because of you. The ways that you have guided all of the students in this theater and the way that you have guided me through all of this means more than I think you'll ever know, and I like it that way. I think there's something really powerful about the legacies you leave, knowing that there are things that will happen years in the future, not that you will ever know about, but will happen because of you. I hope that you know going forward, you are fully prepared. I have further remarks in the speech that I have to close this because I want to take the opportunity to celebrate all of you right now. So in the bag, there are, don't look at them, you can do that later, there'll be chaos all over the stage. I have chosen a play for each one of you that I think you will like, represents who you are, tells something about the future that I hope exists for you. There is also an honors court, which you will get to wear at graduation if you so choose. And there is also a lantern. Many of you know that next year, right, things will look a lot different. Students who are in this program, and some parents, I think I told this story last year if I'm not mistaken, know that there's a tradition in our theater program that on Friday night of the show, I tell the story of a man named Daniel and the lantern that he brings. And the seniors are so directly and very often the metaphor for this. They bring the light to our theater program. And so there's a little lantern in there for each one of you to take. So wherever you go in the future, whatever happens next for you, you will always remember to bring your light forth, just as you spent years doing it for the students in this program and for me. I sincerely hope for all of you that this isn't goodbye in that way, but rather an encouraging see you soon and see you later. One of my favorite things and the hardest part about my job every single year is saying goodbye. I don't know that I'm particularly good at it, and I don't know that even 7 years down the line I've gotten any better at it. Because so much of what I see in you is inspiring the next generation. I watched you come out of junior high through COVID. I met most of you on Zoom. Some of you look different in real life than you did on Zoom. I was scared of Owen because I thought he might be 5'2", and then I met him in person, and he wasn't. He was significantly taller than I was. I I spent a lot of time in that Zoom year attempting to get to know you, and I think it speaks to the power of your personalities and the people that you are that I feel so close to you, knowing that we weren't really even able to meet for the first 6 months of your academic experience here at Rolling Meadows High School. You worked your way through a huge slew of experimental theater, whether it was Romeo and Juliet as a comedy on Zoom, which I'm making my freshmen watch. Have fun with that. Or doing a radio play in our parking lot, to putting on our very first musical in person after COVID, which was Godspell. And working our way through all of those things in the subsequent years thereafter. But the reason that our program has been so successful is because of the dreams and courage that you bring to it. You are the inspiration behind so much of what we do, and it feels for me every single time I get up here like a privilege to know each one of you. So I hope that you have an opportunity, underclassmen, to thank one of the seniors that has made a difference. I know many of you got to do that at the end of Big Fish, and I know we still have our senior showcase left to go. But I sincerely hope that you take the time to know that the impacts that they have on you don't have to end. You can thank them 6 months down the line when you remember something that inspires you in the next production that we do. Send them a text, send them a snap. Thank them for changing your life, because they have completely changed mine. Thank you.